Ladies and gentlemen, may I invite you, in a not bossy way, I hope, to take your seats, as I've got a surprise for you once you're sitting down, or once sufficient people are sitting down. You can leave. You can, of course, leave before I get too tedious. But, I'm sorry? Yes. I'm just asked to tell you that the voting cards, do not worry about them immediately. There's a policy development discussion coming up later on in the afternoon. So you can sit on the voting cards or put them in your bags, and you'll be using them later. But you won't be using them for me. And that they're all in Lib Dem colours, and that had nothing to do with me, I can assure you. So I think, if I may just take this poll, because we're running late, I'm suggesting that there are enough people in their seats, so I'll get on with it. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Piers Walkup. I am on the NEC. I was, once upon a time, the interim leader after Gerard Batten resigned, and before the Richard Braine became our leader. So that's probably why you've never heard of me. I've got really two things. I wanted to address you on what's been going on the NEC recently that may interest you. But you also, I've got a surprise video for you first of all. So if you just wouldn't mind, I'm going to ask immediately that the video is put on, and we'll see that our leader is joining us after all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to UKIP conference. You are the true kippers, the people who worked hard for 27 years to reassert the principle of nationhood and allow the British people to be proud to be British again. I am very sorry that I'm not with you. I regret it, but I feel that I've been given no choice whatsoever in this matter. I have joined a boycott, I'm afraid to say, against actually the NEC and chairman of this party, because I believe that they have repeatedly made the wrong decisions, first about this conference, and secondly about the exclusion of Gerard Batten from the party as a member in good standing. At both of the NEC meetings that I've attended, I raised the issue of very low attendance for this conference and tried to put forward solutions to that problem. One was to postpone conference until mid-November and perhaps have it in a smaller venue somewhere else. The other solution was to actually just bring Gerard Batten back into good standing so that the people who are boycotting conference will be encouraged to turn up and make a big success of it. Unfortunately, I failed to persuade people of either of those two courses, and so we find ourselves in a situation where we have drastically undersold conference, which is an embarrassment to the party, and that decision, make no mistake, to go ahead with that was taken by the chairman and the NEC. I was against it, but unfortunately nobody wanted to consider the solutions that I put forward. It's not about the money that was spent. The money was spent, you can never get it back. But what you can do is you can actually creatively change things so that there is a better outcome. And I found that the NEC and chairman were unwilling to do that. That's why I've felt the need to boycott this as a protest. I've tried very hard to make myself as available as possible to all of the good people in the party by attending meetings as much as possible since I was elected. I have attended branch meetings all across the country in places like Bournemouth, Hull, Leeds, Wigan, London, Epsom, and I will come to more meetings. I love meeting the members. Please invite me to your branches. I can't wait to come and visit you. Meetings are a great way for me to be in contact with the members. So please invite me. I am available, ukip@braine.com, and that way we can arrange a meeting and I'll come and visit your branch. I'm very excited by that prospect. Let's talk about the future. I hope now that Gerard is reinstated in the party in the right standing that he should be in as a senior statesman, that we can move on from the past and the conflict that has dogged the party for the last few months. I stood on a manifesto of healing the conflict in the party, but so far I haven't been able to achieve that. there's a group of people who are still campaigning to let Tommy Robinson into the party when the great majority of members that I've met don't want that to happen and understand why it wouldn't be very productive for the party or even for Mr. Robinson, or in fact for the cause that the party and he have espoused, which is the police turning a blind eye to a wide range of crimes. There is also a group in the party who seem to be paranoid that I haven't made clear enough my position on this. They seem to think that I'm not being honest and that I do want Robinson to join the party. They are effectively calling me a liar. The other group are just contradicting me. That's one thing. But calling me a liar is quite another. And I'm pretty fed up with the attitude of people that wish to wage some kind of war against those people in the party who do support Tommy Robinson but recognize that he's not going to join. One particular member of the party said that he was going to lead the charge against the Batten supporters. That's an absurdity. Gerard has done a lot for this party. We all know it. People who support him and think that he's done a lot and deserve some respect should not be persecuted or attacked or targeted in that way. So I appeal to all members of the party, please stop. Please stop fighting each other. Please stop fighting over Gerard. Please stop fighting over what is now water under the bridge. It's over. Let's get together. Let's start campaigning together again for our fantastic manifesto. Let's start improving and extending our manifesto so that it is even more appealing to the people of this country. And then let's get out there and promote it. Let's talk politics. Let's do the canvassing. Let's put out the leaflets. Let's get through to people even when the press won't let us do so. We need to get ready for local elections in May. By doing so, that's going to make us more likely to get somewhere in any general election that's coming up. The rumour is it's going to happen in November. I've seen Tories in my borough canvassing outside tube stations and giving out leaflets. So there very likely is a general election coming. I've already spelled out my strategy on that we need to make sure that we stand where we will do the least harm to the Brexit cause. And we need to apply our limited resources to those constituencies. It may mean that we don't get such a good result, but Brexit is our number one goal because we will live to fight another day. I need support from the party and from the NEC to deliver the projects that I promised when I stood for leadership. The forum that's going to help us to communicate internally much better. It's going to allow us to produce policy just by arguing, something that we're great at. Also the canvassing software, which is nearly finished and is very close to actually being delivered to you so that you can get out there and collect data that's going to stand us in good stead for years to come. The library for leaflets and for graphic design is going to come too, and that's going to be very useful for us. All of these projects need to be delivered. I need to install a great team of spokespeople and my leadership staff that are going to help me to achieve these projects. It has been difficult to make progress on that in the last month. I have made some progress, but obviously conflict has stood in the way. Let's stop that conflict. Let's get on with it. Let's deliver so that we can get back into double figures in elections and start to put some pressure on the other parties to deliver our fantastic policies, even if we don't manage to get into government ourselves. That's the plan. Please support me, and I look forward to seeing you soon at your branch or county meetings. Thank you very much.